Good morning, everyone. I'm Sarah Devine. Thank you for joining me for day one of our 5-day pleasure experience. Today, we're going to be talking about what is pleasure. Pleasure is a state of being. Um, it's a mental state. It's really being able to enjoy what's going on in your body, in your sensations, in your thoughts, no matter what's going on around you. So pleasure doesn't have to be strictly sexual. Pleasure can be, I find pleasure in smelling this flower, finding pleasure in a sip of tea, really going into your body and acknowledging where you feel a good sensation. So for me, I like to go, I love tea. So I enjoy sitting outside on my patio in the mornings and enjoying a cup of tea, listening to the birds, feeling the sunshine, feeling the warm air. All of those things bring me pleasure. I also find pleasure in playing with my kids, seeing their smiles and their energy. That brings me so much pleasure. So I really like to help you guys get into your body and allow yourself to feel pleasure. I know that for me, when I was going through my postpartum depression after both children, I had a really hard time coming back or feeling worthy of pleasure or allowing myself the pleasure. I felt guilt and shame because I thought that I had to be like the perfect mom all the time, all the attention to my husband and my kids, and that I couldn't allow myself to feel pleasure. I felt guilty for it. I felt shamed for it. And I want to let you know that it's okay to feel pleasure, to allow yourself that opportunity to feel good. It's okay. So you don't have to make a big deal out of it. And the more that you acknowledge pleasure and allow pleasure into your life, the more that you experience it. And that's what my goal is when I'm coaching my clients is to help them feel pleasure every day, to live a pleasure-filled life. That's why I named my business that because I want to share the experience. I want you to be able to feel happiness and feel joy and feel love and feel pleasure in everything that you do. So today we're going to do a little exercise, a little bit of a meditation and breathing to be able to find pleasure in your body. And once you're able to notice it, even if it's the tiniest little bit of pleasure, the more that you notice the pleasure, the more that you can bring it in. So we're going to do a little exercise. And I want you to sit up straight or however you feel comfortable. I want you to close your eyes and begin to breathe deeply. Breathe in and breathe out. And as you begin to breathe, allow your body to relax. Allow all of your stress and frustration to breathe out with your exhale. So breathe in love and light, and breathe out any frustration, any tension. And as this light continues to go into your body, and the stress continues to go out, I want you to feel more and more relaxed. I want you to start at the top of your head and scan your body from your head down to your toes and find one place that feels pleasurable. Maybe we can do a little stretch in here, loosen up the muscles. Maybe a stretch feels pleasurable to you. Where is that pleasure in your body? Maybe it's a tingling in your toes. Or maybe it's the way that your hair feels caressing across your face. Maybe it's the way your muscles feel after that stretch we just had. Maybe it's in your genitals. Wherever you feel pleasure in your body, I want you to focus on that pleasure. I want you to think, what shape is this pleasure? If you had to give it a shape, what does it look like? Now, how heavy is this pleasure? Is it light? Is it heavy and dense? Just imagine, if nothing's coming to you, imagine what the weight of that pleasure would be. Now, what color is it? And how old is it? Really focus on this pleasure. And I want you to imagine a bright white light over your head. And you have a blowhole on top of your head, and the white light is able to enter through the blowhole on the top of your head and begin to disperse through your entire body and go to the pleasure and allow it to expand. So as you breathe in this white light, the pleasure is expanding and getting bigger and bigger. And with each inhale, allow this pleasure to expand through your entire body. Begin to feel this pleasure from head to toe. Imagine it growing in intensity. Imagine it feeling stronger and stronger. And allow the white light and the pleasure to grow. Allow it to expand into the room around you. Continue to breathe. One more breath in. When you get to the top, hold your breath and then let it go. When you're ready, open your eyes. Come back to the space and think about this pleasure and how good it felt in your body. Or if it was just a little pleasure, celebrate that you were able to feel just a little bit of pleasure, that you allowed yourself to go there. And I encourage you today, as you're going about your business, that you think about and you realize the little moments of pleasure, that you acknowledge them. And the more that you acknowledge them, allow them to come into your body, feel the sensation of them. See what they feel like. Is it the tingling on your tongue when you taste a certain food? Is it the delicious smell that you smell when you smell that flower or whatever it is that you're enjoying? I invite you to really acknowledge everything that brings you pleasure and joy today. And I am excited for our session tomorrow. We're going to go a little bit deeper tomorrow. And I am excited to see you. So hopefully I'll have the live stream going so we can get a little bit of feedback. I would like to know what you felt during that pleasure experience, during that meditation. So if you could write in the comments what you felt, what you thought, what you were thinking, if you were able to feel the pleasure. So please let me know what you were thinking and how it made you feel. And I encourage you to go through, like I said, even if you want to come back and write in the chat what's bringing you pleasure today, what you're going to acknowledge and notice going throughout your day. So I hoped this little tidbit brought you a little bit of pleasure today, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Live a pleasure-filled life.